Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miss back again for another video today, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild franchise mode. And in today's video, we are going to be simming through the off season of a pretty successful year, where we ended up hitting the conference finals for only the second time in franchise history. That was also our 20th season in the NHL, because I believe we started in 01, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, so we're gonna get into it, I guess. Um, Might as well. I believe I checked the awards last season, and if I did, I was gonna say if I did, or if I do remember correctly, Tampa Bay won the cup for the third year in a row, which is pretty damn crazy. Hopefully, we can get to that milestone one day. But we're gonna advance a day because I would like to do the draft interviews. I just canceled them by accident, so I guess we will go to our contracts and we'll take a look at. Ooh, I see some player growth. Dumbo's up to an 87. Benino's back up to an 85 from an 83. Eriksson Ek up to a high top 6 and an 85. That's actually huge. Spurgeon up to, yeah, Spurgeon was an 85, I'm pretty sure. Zuccarello, though, up to an 85. Fiala still at an 84, which is kind of depressing. Was hoping he'd grow. Parise ended up bouncing back, going back up to an 84 from his 82. Bukestad up to an 83. Brodeen up to an 83. Hartman up to an 83. Wow. Sanford and Smith staying at 83. Greenway staying the same. Ryan Suter now down to an 82. Yeah, he's dropping, and he's dropping fast. Vince Dunn down in overall as well. Nick Merkley and Carson Soucy has not changed. Evgeny Svechnikov now an 80 overall. Yeah, so we got a few players here that I would like to sign, although I do want to look at our goaltending tandem. Unfortunately, no growth out of Nedeljkovic or Talbot. I was hoping Nedeljkovic had a good enough season where he would have been able to grow a little bit. Obviously, this season he had a pretty good record of 22, 15, and 3, 3 shutouts, and a 9-10 save percentage, which is pretty good in an EA sim. And when you look at the playoffs, he obviously had a great playoff performance with us as well, at an 8-5-2 record with a shutout, and a 9-14 and a 2.83. So I was really hoping he'd be able to grow to at least an 83, but I guess that's not the case. But still, that will be our goalie tandem again this coming season. We also have 50 contracts, which I just realized. So, but yeah, I do want to just check quickly at our expiring players. So Zach Sanford's really the only one that I like for sure want to lock up now, and he's looking for quite a decent amount of money. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking 3 years. I'll see if I can lower it to 4.4 for the next 3 years, which that actually isn't too bad in all fairness. And obviously, he led our team in points in the playoffs. He had a great season with us at 49 points, a new career high for him. And like I said, 13 points in his first playoff appearance with us. So pretty good. He led the team. So yeah, Zach Sanford is really the only one I want to make sure that I re-sign now. But Riley Smith probably on his way out. Ryan Hartman will probably get an extension depending on how much money he wants. He's actually not looking for that much. So yeah, we will see what that looks like once we get to it. But we're gonna go into the draft now. Oh wait, draft interviews is the next day. I think I just skipped retirement. Okay, no, I didn't. I'm confused. I don't know what I skipped then. Marlowe, Chara, Bufflin, Eriksson, Kessler, Jokinen. Alright, I did not mean to do that. I meant to go to the goalies. But some big names out there retiring this season. Curtis McElhaney, the biggest of those names. CHL retirement, retired coaches and shit. Alright, so let's take a look at the draft interviews, or the draft class. Ooh, Stu Harold. Excuse me, looking like he's going to be a franchise player as well. 2 medium elites right after that. Looks like there's at least 3 medium elites. Matthew Savoie is obviously supposed to be a beast. So is Shane Wright. I don't know what their base overalls and stuff is in this, though. I have not touched anything. But let's scroll down to our pick, which is going to be like 20s, yeah, I don't even know. We are going to look at Christoph Fritzmeier, though. We're going to interview him. We love the Germans, so we might as well. Let's see what kind of player Christoph Fritzmeier is. That is such a sick name. just by the way. That's an elite name. Good skating. I think I'm faster than most. Alright, that's good. I guess we can do weaknesses as well, which actually I did. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, because now I can only ask what their play style is or their readiness. We're going to go for readiness, though. How far away are you from an NHL player? Still a few years. Okay, so I'm guessing it's 3 years then. So, nice to meet you, Christoph. You might be joining the team. 4 years out, actually, so we'll see, I guess. But we're just going to look at players around here to interview, because really kind of the only option we got, I guess. Now chatting with Bedrich Majeski. It's an interesting name. Bedrich Majeski. He has a good shot. Alright, so we've got a sniper on our hands here. Let's continue on to the play style, though, now. Let's see. What kind of player is he? He is a sniper, obviously, yes. Readiness. How ready do you think you are to play in the NHL? Need at least a few seasons, so again, probably 3 or 4 years from Bedrich as well, but that's okay. You can't really expect an NHL caliber player right away from the position that we are picking from. So I don't know why I always have to sneeze during franchise. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm just always tired during the Moncton Mist series, and I'm always sneezing during this series for whatever reason. Alright, so let's see. What is Nikita Pushkarev's strength, his visions? He's looks to be a playmaker, I'm guessing then. Let's check out the play style, though, and we will confirm that. So let's see. What kind of player is he on the ice? He is a playmaker. And how ready are you to play in the NHL, Nikita? A few years away. So, again, pretty much everyone seems to be 3 to 4 years out in the position that we're going to be picking. But hopefully we can get a decent potential guy at least. Because actually right now, I will show you guys later, but we actually have a pretty solid prospect pool right now, which I'm very excited about. I will show you guys that in just a moment. Boston wants to trade their pick. Odds we go for it. Get the franchise. Nah, that's fine. I'm not going to trade for a pick, but I am curious to know where we are picking. We are picking 28th. Alright, so we will sim to our pick. We'll go back and let's just see where the rest of the league, or see what happens. So, Harold, 79, medium franchise. Then Gillies right after that, 79, medium elite. Then Lambert, 76, medium elite. Shane Wright, 76, medium elite. Sepinen, 79, medium elite. Brunstrom at 77, medium elite. Savoie, 76, medium elite. So the first 7 players were all medium elite. So we've still got a high overall in Gaucher here. Gaucher, probably. Nathan Gaucher. 71, medium top 6. A few medium top 6s, medium top 4s. Some really high overalls as well. So this looks like it could be a good draft, actually. We will see. We had a great draft in the last one, obviously. I really am tempted to go with Fritzmeier. I know Majeski is a little bit closer to the NHL, but we're going to go for the German. He's probably going to be like a low top 6, but medium top 9. Even worse. Majeski is 1 overall better. Pushkarev is 1 overall worse. So out of all the guys we interviewed, I guess there wasn't really a good one. Wasn't really a bad one either. Loshing, sorry. Yoan? What is... Oh, it's... Can this cord screw off? Alright, Yoan Loshing. He's a Wildcat, so we're going to draft him. He looks like he could be a medium top 6. Medium top 9, so... Hasn't been a great draft so far. We don't have a pick in the 3rd, so we send him to the 4th. Looks to be a decent goalie here, maybe. And Jyrki Kolehmainen. Jyrki Kolehmainen. Welcome to the team. A high fringe, which is interesting. I just want to see Vukala there because he was listed as a potential low elite, but unfortunately he was not. Now to our next pick. These are real players. I don't want those. So we're going to go for Sergei Radulov, potentially a medium elite, medium bottom 6. Yeah, this draft really isn't as nice to us as the previous. So what can you do? This guy is listed as a potential franchiser. Mikhail Nikulin probably. Hey, he's a low elite actually. Okay, so that's pretty good. Arguably the best pick of the draft so far, so guess you can't really complain too much. But let's go for a Ryder Thompson. Get a defenseman on here in this draft. The medium 7th. He's a 50 overall. Jesus. We have a pick just after that as well, essentially. So we can go for another player here. Let's go for another goalie, Griffin Glennie. What a sick name. Medium fringe, but again, a pretty poor overall. This has not been a great draft. I mean, we're adding players, so you can't really complain. Artem Butsayev, a medium bottom 6. Again, a very, very poor draft, and this will be the last pick of the draft. So is there anyone that's a guarantee anywhere? Juha Järvinen looks to be the most knowledged. He's a 19-year-old medium bottom 6. So yeah, that will be the draft, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously a lot of players. Nothing really good there though, unfortunately. So let's now move on to the re-sign phase. We've still yet to hear from Sanford, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we'll hear from him here. Let's see. Yes, he does. Or we do hear from him, and he renews, so that's always good. And there we go. Let's go take a look at the rest of the team. So let's do forwards first. Yeah, let's just do forwards first. So Ryan Hartman, I am down to bring back. Again, he doesn't want a lot of money. We could have re-signed him before that and got him for cheaper, but I'm okay with that. Let's see. Just a small 2-year deal for him. Again, like I had mentioned, Riley Smith I didn't plan on bringing back, so I'm okay with releasing him. Jordan Greenway as well, same thing. I'm not going to give him that big of a contract. Another 2-year deal for him. Nick Merkley, I'm going to lower that a little bit, but again, I'm okay with that. It's just a 1-year deal. Evgeny Svechnikov could actually be in the NHL for us this season. So let's give him a little bit of a boost in cash, I guess. He is on a 2-way deal, so I don't really care. Victor Rask. Now, I don't know if I want Victor Rask back. I'm thinking about, honestly, signing him and putting him in the AHL, which is probably what I'm going to do if he doesn't want a 2-way deal, so I'm not going to do that. Marcus Foligno, I'm also going to release. Connor DeWare, though, we are going to sign. A decent prospect of ours. But you know what, speaking of prospects, let's just go and take a look because I want to show you guys. So obviously we have Ryan O'Rourke, who put up 60 points as a defenseman this past season. Medium top 4, pretty good. Then we've got this Pavel Novak guy who can put up points. We'll see if he's any good. He's obviously medium top 9, so it's not as good. But where are some of the others? Let's go in the system here. Sorry, there. So we've got this low elite Nikulin, who we just drafted, Mikhail Nikulin, and we also have low elite Sebastian Heinrich, Heinrich. I'm gonna say Henrik. Yeah, for now, I guess. And we obviously have Cole Sillinger, who could be huge for us with that high top 6 potential. And he just had a great season over with Medicine Hat, so 39 goals, 50 assists is pretty damn solid. Then we've got this Skewen guy, Alan Skewen, medium top 6. And Petri Luhivara, who we drafted last year, is growing very, very well. Already at 19 years old, but already a 67 overall, which you cannot complain about. And obviously Alex Kovanov as well, former Wildcat. So 71, a medium top 6. He's already 22. That's my only real issue with that. But again, he's still a good prospect. And then this guy, William Eklund, again, kind of the same thing as Luhivara, a good overall at a young age. So then we've got Kalen Addison as well still, which hopefully he'll be able to pan out for us. Francis Lynn here as well, 70 overall, 19 years old, pretty good. and Ryan O'Rourke, who are obviously going to be signing to his ELC, and I believe he will then be in the AHL for us. Stillman, who isn't a bad player either, a low top 4, and that's about it. But we have a lot of decent prospects. As for the goalies, not as great. We obviously have Alnefeld and Malik. Hopefully one of them will be able to jump up into an NHL role for us in the future. We shall see, though. So, again, like I said, a pretty decent prospect pool, in all honesty, I find at least. So, let's release Nico Sturm. We will just continue on here. I'm going to continue with the forwards first, though. What is this guy? Brandon Duhaime. Duhaime? I really don't know how you'd pronounce that name. Novak I am going to sign, though. So, he will be getting his ELC. Let's check out our decor. We've got Ian McCoshen, which I don't mind bringing him back for an AHLer. That's fine with me. Then O'Rourke, obviously. We can sign Damon Hunt here. He's not going to be that great, so... And it is his ELC. I mean, he's not that great. I think I'm just going to release him. As for goalies, though, Kakkonen I would like to bring back. Probably as our AHL starter again. Derek Baribo, we're probably going to release him. So we have other goalies that I would prefer to be getting the ice time. So let's advance a day. We'll just scroll through everyone. I think I saw one person reject there. Not sure who it was, but it was a forward. Just kidding. Everyone accepted, so that was pretty fast. Now, there are some players that I'm tempted about signing, like Cole Sillinger, but I know he can still be playing in the Q or wherever Medicine Hat is. I don't remember. But we could sign Henrique and Nikulin here, but I don't know if I want to or not. Any other players here? Luhivara, I think I'm going to sign. Petri Luhivara, we will sign to his entry-level deal. William Eklund, same thing, really. There's just a few players here that are good enough to start playing in the AHL, and that's what we're going to go for. Stillman I won't sign, though. So yeah, I think just those two players for now. That's okay with me, and I mean, they're going to sign with us, so we can just advance to the free agency period, and I'm pretty interested to see what this team will look like and how things will go. So, let's see. What will this team currently look like heading into the upcoming season? Let's take a look at our forward core first. So, overall wise, probably the top line of Joel Eriksson-Ek, Matt Zuccarello, and Kevin Fiala. The second line of Nick Bonino, Zach Parise, and probably Zach Sanford again. The third line of Athanasiou, Ryan Hartman, and Nick Bukestad. And a fourth line of Jordan Greenway, Evgeny Svechnikov, and Nick Merkley. So we have our NHL forwards, although Marco Rossi could definitely make a push for the NHL this season, which would be ideal. So Merkley or Svechnikov may not be in the NHL this season. Probably Svechnikov. Yeah, we'll see when the time comes, but let's just see how many AHLers do we have signed though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have plenty of AHLers signed. So yeah, we've got like 18 signed, so that's okay with me. Now for our D-core, obviously 87 Matt Dumba will be very helpful to this team. I'm glad he got a boost in overall. Spurgeon at an 85. I'm glad Brodin got a boost as well. It makes that contract a little less worse. Ryan Suter, though, down to an 82. Vince Dunn down to an 81. Susie staying at that 80 overall. So our bottom three defensemen are going to be pretty poor. Unless maybe we look to move on from Susie and bring in someone a little bit better, which definitely is an option I'm willing to look into. So we've got righty Dumba, righty Spurgeon, lefty Brodin, lefty Suter, lefty Dunn, and lefty Susie. So really, I mean, getting a right-handed defenseman is actually a beautiful idea here. So I guess we can search free agency for a better right-handed defenseman, which will help even out our decor just a little bit. Now, as for the forwards, I don't really plan on signing anyone, but Johnny Gaudreau, who was a player I was very intrigued on, is here, but I just don't want to pay him that much money. I was looking at Ryan Donato. Not gonna lie, that's why I was scrolling over to the RFA page. But yeah, I'd rather not, just because he is an RFA. We could bring like someone like Philip Forsberg in. It's obviously a big boost to our forward core. We could bring in another Nashville Predator to the Minnesota Wild. Just seems to be a theme. He played a few games in Chicago this past season. Overall, though, pretty good season with, what was that, 66 points and 37 goals. So that's pretty good. And Johnny, I mean, I would like him, but that's a bit too much money for my liking. Even like the 5-year deal, that's still a lot of friggin' money. You know, Philip Forsberg is really interesting here. Vegas is interested in him. What would be the cheapest contract for him? Looks like it would be like a little over $9 million, which again is a lot of money. I don't know how I feel about that. So yeah, I don't know. Let's look at defensemen here, I guess. So who is a good defenseman for us? Okay, I actually can sort it that way, but it's not very accurate. Let's just scroll through here. So Ristolainen, a very good option to add to this team. Too good defensively, but probably too good offensively too, to be fair. Mark Giordano isn't really an option. I just think he's too old, and this team needs to get a little bit younger still. So Matthias Ekholm would be awesome, but he's a lefty. Nicoletti, again, a lefty. Justin Schultz, though, holy points. That's a crazy amount of points. Justin Schultz would be very interesting here. 52 points. Pretty much a career high for him. Playing in Washington, yeah, that's actually a very good option. I like that he can put up so many points. Tony DeAngelo was an interesting one as well, but I've just seen how he sims with, or not, I don't know what team he plays for, but in the Moncton series, he just doesn't seem to sim very well compared to past seasons. So I think definitely the option here, or the best option here for us, is Justin Schultz. It's just, that's a lot of money, and a lot of teams are interested in him as well. It's just, yeah, that's a lot of money. Eek. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but I feel like it's pretty worth it. And I want to see if he's putting up 60 points, 50 to 60 points. You know, it's a bit of a risky contract, but I'm going to offer Justin Schultz $8 million for the next 3 seasons. Again, that's a lot of money, but that's someone that could help the team out right now. So let's do that. And before we continue on, Carson Soucy will be getting traded. Actually, I will back out and see if there's any team that wants him. Because if there is a team that wants him, I will just do that instead of having to look for one myself. So let's just take a look at our decor really quickly. Carson Soucy, thank you for being on the team. But that also gets rid of some of the cap space. So, you know, overall, really, we're only bringing in like $6 million. If we were to be keeping Soucy, then that would hurt us a lot. But yeah, so Carson Soucy, let's see, is there anyone that wants him? I figured, wow, a lot of offers actually. Can I get a third? Is there a third anywhere? No, it's just fourths and something. So quite a few fourths and fifths actually. Let's see, I guess, yeah, let's just look for a fourth and fifth. Don't know. I was gonna say there was some. Winnipeg or Washington are the options. I wonder if Winnipeg still needs defensemen. We'll send them to Winnipeg for that reason. I don't know if they still need defensemen or not, but there we go. So Carson Soucy now on his way out, on his way to Winnipeg, and we will hope to get Jonas Brodin. Nope, not hope to get Jonas Brodin, but we got an offer for Jonas Brodin. But I don't want to trade him. But yeah, we will hopefully get Justin Schultz here. Let's see if we do. We do. Awesome. So that's great. That's a great signing. Obviously, we probably overpaid him a little bit, but I can't really complain about that because I think that'll help out the team. Ottawa willing to trade for Ryan Suter, but we aren't going to do that. I'm really scared he's going to be like an 80 overall this season, which kind of is going to suck. But, yeah, I mean, what can you do, really? He is going to play in the NHL this season for us, no matter what overall he is, just because it will probably be Ryan Suter's last season in the NHL if he doesn't retire after this season, which is very likely. Same thing for Parise. They're both getting up there in age. It looks like Suter's taking the hit a little bit harder than Parise, but we will see what happens come this season, which I'm pretty excited for. The team has definitely improved a decent amount. There's been player boost, plus the signing of Justin Schultz is pretty nice. So here we are. We're about to get the notification, and I would like to set captains first. Assistant Zach Parise I am okay with. Captain Ryan Suter and assistant Jonas Brodin. I'm actually going to give an assistant captaincy to Matt Dumba, but we are going to keep Ryan Suter as the captain, and what I said, likely to be his last season, so we might as well. Let's be nice to the guy. So let's take a look at what this team is going to look like. Let's just make sure everyone I want up in the NHL is currently here. So the first 10, 11, 12. So Merkley and Svechnikov both grew in overall, while Rossi grew as well, but he's listed as a depth player. I'm just scared I'm going to stunt his growth if I play him in the AHL, but I got to play him in the NHL, right? Like, I feel like I have to. I hate this game. Can we just work the way it should? So, Andrei Svechnikov, I mean, he's listed as a sniper, but it looks like he should be more of a playmaker. Obviously had a good season in Iowa this past season. We signed him last year, and Nick Merkley helped us out a decent amount in the NHL with pretty decent stats as well. It's just, I'm really scared that we may stunt Marco Rossi's development if we play him in the AHL, because he's listed as a depth forward, so why not give him more ice time? So one of these two, of Merkley and Svechnikov, need to go. I mean, we could trade away someone else, but it's between Svechnikov and Merkley. I'm kind of thinking of giving Svechnikov the chance and giving up on Merkley for the reason of him also being under a legitimate contract, which would hurt our cap hit a little bit, but if we got rid of him, that would obviously help. Kalen Addison is up to a 76, Francis Land up to a 73, Ryan O'Rourke up to a 72 as well, so we're getting some good growth here, which I'm actually very happy about. I did not mean to do that. Our goalies, though, Kakinen and Aldenfeld in the A, Nedeljkovic and Talbot in the N, so that works for me, even though Talbot dropped an overall, which kind of sucks, but again, that's alright. In the AHL, Shaw is up to a 78, Sokolov up to a 78, I think Johnson was a 77, Bidden up to a 76, DeWare up to a 76. Okay, so looking like this could be a very competitive season for both teams, our NHL team and the AHL team. Mason Shaw and Dmitry Sokolov could be playing in the NHL. They're not going to be, but they could be. So I'm going to send Merkley and McCoshen down. McCoshen to play in the AHL. Merkley is likely on his way out of the Minnesota franchise. So I'm just going to click best lines for now, but let's see what this team will look like. So that is the top line I would like to have. I'm okay with that second line. I'm just a little worried it's kind of slow, but it's really not. Yeah, it's definitely still better to play Athanasiou on this third line with Greenway and Bukestad anyways. Oh yeah, I don't want Zach Sanford that low in the lineup though. I definitely want Zach Sanford on the second line. We're going to swap Parise and him though. So is this the way I want this team to look? So we've got a bit of a power forward, then a playmaker and a sniper on the fourth line, which I actually quite like. It's a pretty slow fourth line though. That's my only real worry. Uncle Rossi isn't that fast at 5'9" for whatever reason. He's just slow as balls. I think that's what the forward core is going to look like. Defensively, I would like to change some things here. I think I'm actually going to put Schultz on that top pair. I know obviously we have 3 and 3, but I'd rather have... Well, I want Schultz to be in a position to put points up, and I don't want to put him on the third pair, and I don't want to put Spurgeon on the third pair. I'm obviously not putting Dumba on the third pair, so we'll go Schultz and Dumba, then Spurgeon and Brodin, and then Suter and Dunn. We'll try that. The vet with the youngster and Vince Dunn. Yeah, I'm okay with the way that looks. I'll do the special teams off camera, but that is likely what the team will look like. I just realized I put Nick Merkley down in the AHL, but yeah, whatever, it's okay. But yeah, that will be the team heading into this NHL season. Let's quickly, before we end this episode, see if we can find a trade for Nick Merkley, because we might as well. He's not that old, so I'm just going to sort it by age. He's 25, I believe. There we go. Nick Merkley, he's got a decent amount of value, so that's okay with me. Svechnikov actually has less value, which doesn't really bother me at all, but can we get a decent pick here? We can get a third and a fourth from Philly, Vancouver, or Florida. We're going to go Florida because I do want him in the East. Did the trade go through? I'm guessing it went through, but yeah, okay, it did. That's fine. I was gonna say it didn't say that it went through, but I'm assuming it did. So we'll just have to, yeah, okay. So we'll just have the best lines our AHL, which I will figure out with that off camera as well. So that will be it for. I just realized we have both Sokolovs, Dmitry Sokolov and Igor Sokolov, and they look familiar, or they look similar, so I'm gonna guess they're brothers. But yeah, alright guys, that will be the end of this episode. I'm pretty excited to see what this team looks, or how this team plays this next season. They're listed as we are still listed as a seller, which I'm kind of surprised about, but yeah, the goaltending needs a little bit of an edge. But apart from that, that will be the end of this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the 2022-2023 season with the Minnesota Wild in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.